Look what we had to deal with out here in Arizona just a few days back. Yeah, the power went out for a little bit. That's okay. You just got to have maybe a few candles. Just have a book on hand. It helps, right? Just you got to be prepared every now and then. You know what I'm saying? What are we going to do? I mean, yeah, you can continue to just scroll on your phone, but we have to have other ways to get by. This is what they call a haboob. Interesting name, right? This is a type of intense dust storm carried by the wind of a weather front or thunderstorm. Haboobs occur regularly in dryland area regions throughout the world and off Earth. They can be dangerous. That's what it says here, according to Google. And, this may be about as close as I come. This is a decoding channel, right? And this is in my neck of the woods. Okay. So this story has reached like the mainstream trending news. Okay. It's an Associated Press article. This is the one I'm kind of going off of here. And they've kind of updated the title a few times. So this one says, after fearsome dust storm rips Phoenix area, trees cleaned up and power restored. Okay. The wall of dust, towering hundreds of feet high, dwarfed the city's neighborhoods. So they're talking about kind of like the Phoenix area and surrounding areas out here in Arizona. The wind-driven phenomenon blackened skies and initially knocked out electricity for 55,000 customers late Monday afternoon. Drenching rain followed. Flights came to a halt. I couldn't even imagine being on an airplane during this. For real. Flights came to a halt at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, where material from a terminal roof blew off the tarmac. Contractors who worked through the night to repair roof damage. Airport spokesperson John Brodsky said, "Look at this guy's name. He's got Sky in his name. You see that?" I'm telling you, they just insert words here based off of the language which connects to the story. Look at that. You got Sky in the guy's name. By Tuesday afternoon, things were mostly back to normal with power largely restored. Look at that. Isn't that wild? So how did they come up with the name Haboob? It's an interesting name, right? The term Haboob comes from the Arabic word hab or haboob, meaning wind. Okay. Blow, strong wind, blasting, drifting. First used to describe the massive dust storms common in Sudan. And in the 70s, Arizona scientists recognized the similarity between these intense thunderstorm driven dust storms and the haboobs of Sudan. That's interesting. I may need to look into Sudan a little bit more in my free time. I bet there's a lot of other Arizona. It says Arabic term. That's interesting. Arabic, Arizona. I'm sure there's more connections. But man, look at that image there. Let's look at some of this film. Do you like that thumbnail right there? Look at that thumbnail. Hits very heavy, doesn't it? But I'm going to go over here to Canva. Oh, actually, I got to show the video here. So let's look at this.
Okay, so we are in the
How
middle
wild this
of
is.
Haboob.
Arizona City, Arizona.
And can't
Look at that,
see anything. We're in the middle of the Haboob. We're in our car.
right?
But we're kind of... Okay, I can see the house on the corner here.
That's wild. I was trying to look out the window at certain times. And it's like you couldn't even see out the window. It's like, damn.
it's cooling up.
Oh.
We should be good. You think we should be good? Yeah, we can see like kind of in front of us now. Should I try it? Yes, I think we should. Okay, I'm gonna try to get home.
It's funny how everything's a viral moment, huh? I'm like a decoding channel. I decode these trending stories. At one time, I was on board, like, hey, let's just pull the phone out and record everything. Yeah, this is the new thing. Kind of cringe now, though, huh? So look at that. Look, isn't that wild? And you see the water right there. Okay, so look at this. What are the odds? And I'll go over to Canva, but you see that right there. Look at this right here. This is completely wild. Let me open this up. Wow, look at that right there. So this might have been the video we saw. Bernae Boykin Heitzman was driving her son and daughter, ages 9 and 11, home from school when the storm hit, known as a haboob. Look at that. 9 and 11. And notice they changed, I think they changed the article after I screenshot it. Look, it says towering wall of dust rolls through Metro Phoenix, leaving thousands without power. Look at tower. When you see 9 and 11 and then you see tower, what do you think of? There's only one thing. That would be the Twin Towers and 9/11, wouldn't it? And can you believe it? Haboob equals 119 in the reverse cipher, like the 11th day of the 9th month. Holy crap, right? That's absolutely not a coincidence. And you can see the language runs the show here. And letters have the numerical values. You know what's amazing too? They call it haboob, right? And remember 9/11 with the terrorists? Okay? Like Osama bin Laden is where this word kind of comes from. Is that like where they would say those terrorists possibly came from? That's interesting, right? Osama bin Laden, haboob, right? Kind of with the language. Isn't that interesting? And I just kind of thought about that on the fly right now, okay? So if there's any bots or people out there like, oh, how come you didn't do the research first? Dude, I'm a decoding channel. Look at that. Please tell me that that's an amazing connection, because it is. But isn't that interesting? Haboob or Habib or whatever, possibly from the same region, uh, as like maybe Osama bin Laden and some of those terrorists that they blame 9/11 on. Isn't that interesting? That's very interesting. Look at Haboob again, 119. And then you see Tower in the title here. This powerful storm known as a Haboob. And then they mention a 9 and 11-year old. And I believe that we heard them. If the volume played, it may not have played in that video, but it sounded like a mother, which may be Bernae Boykin here, Heitzman, with her son and daughter, ages 9/11 in the background. Isn't that amazing? Even chaos equals 19. Look at the article. Updated 1:09 a.m. Drop that 0. If you're talking numerology, you get that 19 again. You're talking chaos and you're talking 19. Remember that other word that has 5 letters that starts with C that involves a needle, right? Remember that chaos with the shutdown that hit in 2020? C-19, right? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I think that's really, 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 really amazing right there. Don't forget, Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Yankees after 9/11. Arizona airplanes. You see that? So you're going to get all with you're going to get that connection, right? Diamondbacks beating the Yankees after 9/11 in the World Series. That was like huge right after the towers got hit by the airplanes. And you see how that crosses over and that connects to Arizona. And remember, the guy in the article had Sky in his last name. Come on, man. Right? So, I mean, tell me if you can understand that. Tell me if I make that clear. It all starts with the language. It's really detailed like that. Do you understand? They taught us the alphabet song when we were very little, and then they wanted us to think it was just some kid thing that they teach you in school to get you know how to get you to know how to speak, how to spell, and all of that. Spelling, spell casting. Isn't that wild? Even Chaos has 46 and 26 like Phoenix. Look at that right there. Chaos has the 46 and 26 like Phoenix. Notice how Haboob, H, the eighth letter of the alphabet, we are in the 8th month, which is August. So I'm just like, okay, what do I think of if I hear the word Haboob? I think of Habib, the MMA star, right? Habib Nurmagomedov, but he's known as Habib, I think, right? So I'm like, okay, let me just look dude up real quick. Dude is born in 88. Because remember, this is all, the world is ran on the language. Do you understand? Everything starts with the language, okay? It doesn't matter if someone has your name and you think, okay, they're not related to me. They just have my name. Trust me, they're like related to you, okay? Make it make sense. Look at that. Born in 88. He's born in September, that 9th month. Okay? Remember 9/11. Come on, man, right? Everything with the language. And again, Habib, Haboob, Osama bin Laden, terrorist, right? We can look up Osama bin Laden real quick. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know about the culture over there or whatever, but it sounds like a similar like language, right? Saudi. You see that right there? Isn't that ooh, look at this. Look at his death date. Shout out to Richard West. We were just talking about this date in the comments, like on one of our videos or a couple of our videos, and Richard West just brought up I think that birthday. What was the guy's name? Something T, the fitness guy that died. So I'm going a little bit off topic here. Probably connected to Richard Simmons as well. It was something T. Oh, it's not gonna. It won't pop up. I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy's birthday was May 2nd, and that was just trending. I'm not gonna be able to find the name right now. And I also had that birthday. I think it was a birthday pop up in another decode I did right now. So look, there's, and again, the second day of the 5th month right there. So where's that Haboob? Here's Haboob right here. You see that Arabic? So is that like Saudi Arabia? I don't know, but the language kind of sounds similar, right? Osama bin Laden, Haboob. And excuse me if I'm ignorant on that. So that's interesting. That's interesting with this towering wall. And you get wall in that title as well, which kind of makes you think about Trump wall. Isn't that interesting? I think so. All with the language right here. Let's play this.
Overnight, apocalyptic scenes unfolding in Arizona.
Holy moly.
A massive dust storm blanketing the Phoenix metro area. This time-lapse video showing the imposing wall of dust engulfing Arizona State University's football stadium and blotting out the sun. The towering wall rolling in, an incredible view from above showing the sheer size of the storm.
It goes up thousands of feet and it rolls and it's fast.
Scared the lights out of me.
Drivers hit with monsoon rain and winds of up to 70 miles an hour as the dust storm, often referred to as a haboob, rolled in, plunging the city into zero visibility.
You couldn't see anything in front of you, and it just got really dark. It felt like I was kind of in an apocalypse.
At Sky Harbor Airport, a ground stop ordered.
Literally nobody will launch into it.
The airport damaged, its roof leaking. Over 300 flights delayed. In the powerful storm's wake, debris left in the streets. Nearly 50,000 customers left without power. So as we said, the monsoon season should have started months ago, but kind of welcome to it now. And let me show you where it's all going to happen. In the area shaded in light green here, this is where we're going to see some light and scattered thunderstorms and thundered showers. But look particularly at the zones in yellow here.
All right. So very interesting, huh? So yeah, they showed ASU, Arizona State University, probably like 20 minutes away from me here. So some of these images here, interesting. Look at that. All right. So yeah, again, this is what I do on this channel. This is the Arizona version right here. A haboob. Okay. Again, an intense dust storm carried by the wind of a weather front or thunderstorm. Haboobs occur regularly in dry land area regions throughout the world and off Earth. They can be dangerous. And that was a solid connection with that tower and that 119 with 9/11 right there, with the MMA fighter Khabib with his birthday September 20th. And that's 9 days after 9/11 too. Obviously a different year, right? Isn't that amazing? Everything is with the language, man. Everything is with the language, okay? Wow, is his nickname the Eagle? Wow, look, man, all of these numbers are hitting. Look at the hand signs right there. Anyways, and I see a lot of these numbers, and a lot of these numbers are just popping up, and is his nickname the Eagle? And this is a few days. We had Kobe Bryant's birthday, who's born in Philadelphia, and the NFL Eagles play there. Philadelphia had the SA situation, or excuse me, Kobe in Eagle, Colorado. Man, that's wild. Okay, so yeah, this is the problem. It's not really a problem, but this is the thing when you're a decoder, is like, how do you make It's so hard to make really short videos because the connections just go for days, right? So I hope that that was clear. I hope that all of that was clear. Um, if you're a real person out there or if you're a bot, let me know how you didn't understand none of that, okay? If you didn't understand it, it's okay. Just open up and be honest. Okay, this is the language. I told you Arizona, airplanes. We had a sheriff not long ago, Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Okay, Arizona, airplanes. The Diamondbacks beat the Yankees after 9/11 that involved airplanes. There's a guy in this article with Sky in his last name. Okay. So, I mean, shout out to y'all. Let me know. Towering wall of dust rolls through Metro Phoenix, leaving thousands without power. This haboob, which is trending out of Arizona. Okay? Until next time.